Hello, and welcome to Hey Mom, Play This. I'm Kimmy Amber, and I play games so that you can decide through my gameplay if you'd like to play them as well. Right now, I am working on a series of automation games. I'm going to put a couple in one video so you can see different types. And I came across this one and I thought, well, that kind of is automation, but it's not. So I'm pulling it out and I'm going to do it on its own. This is called Word Factory. And the premise behind this is that you have to make words using only the letter I. You'll see how this works. I played a couple of levels, so I'm going to play those again, and then I'm going to pause, move further along, and show you some until I get to something that's a little more complex and that kind of thing, and then I'll show you that as I learn how to do it too. So we're looking at this game. I want to show you real quick in options. It gives you this option for dark mode. I'm using it, which means my grid is black or dark because, oh my gosh, that is so bright on my screen. So there you go. You can also change the swinging of the animations, which you'll see. Here are the different factories: the eye factory, a bender, a rotator, a reflector, and a merger. But you can save a configuration so that all you have to do is plug that configuration in when you're doing that letter again later. I'm assuming when you get much further into the game, it's easier to just plug that group in when you need a G or whatever. And you also have this recipe book, which there are multiple ways apparently to make a single letter. And so this tracks it for you so that if you're like, oh my gosh, how did I make that Q? I can't even imagine how you make Q out of an I. But you can come back and refer to that. Okay, so let's get into the game. Tutorial levels. The eye. Place your eye factory. Connect the pink node. Place your factory. Connect the pink node to the blue node and click play. And I read you can actually click on these arrows. I love that. That is so funny. You click on the run arrows, the fast forward type arrows, and it'll speed it up for you. All right, a C. We need an I. And we're going to bend the I, which makes sense, right? Of course it does. All right, so click down here on the left and then click a couple of times and it speeds it up. And then a V. Mergers let you join letters together to form new letters. Mergers can produce complete letters that are right side up. They will not create partial or upside down letters. The order you connect letters to a merger does not matter. Okay, so that's good to know. All right. We only have eyes. Why does it have this bend? Oh, a merger building. Okay. Is that just there in case I need it another time? What is the... All right. Speed it up. I don't know how two straight eyes make a V, but we'll go with it. Save space by just using one factory. We need our merger. You can delete buildings by right-clicking and erase the lines by right-clicking. Okay. Middle mouse. Oh, I see. Click on the middle mouse and then you can drag it around and let go of the middle mouse and that's where it goes. Okay. Saving space with just one. So we can put this into both sides. I'm guessing. Yeah, I only played this far before I went, oh, this is definitely not the same as the other animation or automation games that I played. All right. Rotators, rotate letters. Imagine that. Very funny. Rotators come in two varieties, counterclockwise and clockwise. We can chain operations together to create more complicated letters and maybe one day entire words, which of course is eventually going to be the goal. So we want to rotate that, and we need a combiner. Well, we need an I. And is it saying that we do this to create? Well, yeah, an I on its side would be a bar. All right, there's L. So violent. Good grief. Mirrors reflect. Okay. An O. We need an O. It wants this one and then this one. All right, we have, that makes a C. And if we reflect it, it makes a backward C. So if we put those two together, then we have O. That's so funny. All right. So now we have words. Okay. Let's. Ox seems like it might be simple. However, we're building to see a preview. Alt to see all letters in the level. You can see previews for recipes you have discovered. I symbol means you have not attempted this recipe yet. You won't know if it's valid until you click play. You see a question mark, that means that the attempt is not valid. Okay, we have an O. And we know that that is, oops, bend an I for a C, bend a C, or reflect a C, and then combine them. That's our O. And then this one was two I's to make a V, right? And then if we turn it and reflect it, and then combine those. Sound good? Let's see. Yes. Excellent. Oh, look at the little symbols over here. They're little oxen. That's so funny. Bright screen. All right. Ivy. We know that we can just do that. And this becomes the V. Now I bet if we take the V and put an I on it, we're going to get our Y. Let's find out. Okay. Cool beans. Oh, this one's got a picture too. Just a little more. And the ivy. Okay. Fast forward multiple times. I read that in the controls. Press space multiple times or click the blue fast forward button. Oh boy, bald. Oh boy. Okay, so we have an I. And if we bend the I, oh, that's not bend, that's, and then we're going to combine that. It's at saving space, so I'm guessing you could probably do some of this. Okay, it lets you combine. But does that mean that there's 4 inputs for one letter? Maybe we'll play with that in a little while. We want to flip that. And then we're going to combine this one with an I, and hopefully that's a D. Wow. A would be, we want a V. And then we want to flip it. Combine, ooh, got caught on my mouse there. Combine the V with the crossbar. Hopefully that's A. How do we do B? Well, I wonder if we, that's the, I wonder if we can, oh, here's maybe where we can use one of these. Right, let's see if we invert that. Oh, it doesn't give us anything different. So that's not good. What about a D? We don't know that that's a D. Let's find out if that's a D. A, D. Okay. So maybe we can put 2 D's on top of each, or a D on top of each other. Can we just combine 2 D's to make a B? Yes. Yay. Okay. There we go. Oh, look at the symbol. Little bald guy. uh, this game is giving me chuckles. We kind of like that. All right, I am going to pause at this point for you guys, and I'm going to move forward and see how much more I can. Oh, I don't even want to think about that cue. See how much more I can get and see if we can get to something on the play, like eyeball. Let's see if we can get to eyeball. I actually think I can do that one now. I'm probably out of my mind, but okay, we want to bend that one, and then we're going to combine them. it. And combine I and the bar for the L. And I think if we flip the L, and combine it with this one, that should give us an E. Right? We've got line at the top, line at the bottom, and then just a line. That should give us the E. Now the I, or the V, the Y is a V, which is two of these for the V, and then we flip it. No, we don't. Actually, we need that though for the A, don't we? Let's put that there. We need to just add this V and the I to get the Y. Okay. And I forget already how we made the B. Two D's. So I need a bend. And then we need to reflect it. And we combine that with an I to get the D. And then did we just, wait, you know what? We have a recipe book. Two D's. Just add two D's together. Okay, so we're on eyeball. If we add two D's, there's our B. And then the A was flip the V, add a bar. Whoops, that's not it. Add a bar. And we have eyeball. Coolness. Okay. Is this going to give us a cute little block too? Yeah. Okay, this worked. Perfect. Oh boy, the E is a very slow process. Designed the way I designed it. We've made 16 Y's and only one E. So we could make this efficient, more fast, or whatever with more buildings. Anyway, so there's that. Let me play a little bit more and I will come back to you. Okay, so here's something. I'm on the next level. I've got these red boxes. I don't know what those mean. You can click and drag in an empty part of the level to draw a multi-select box. Drag the multi-select box over the buildings to select them. Once selected, they can all be moved or deleted at the same time. Okay, what is that? Swinging animation. Tricky letters. T is a tricky letter. Letter factories. We didn't get this before. Double mergers combine two letters, but if you need to combine a third or even four. Okay. Page has 6 words. Fast forward. Enabling trackback mode in the options menu lets you place the buildings and draw lines with just one click at a time. We know about that one. Oh, enable dark mode. Okay. I don't know why this is red. Okay, well we'll just move on. We need to make a V. I'm looking at the K right now. I'm assuming that we turn it and then add the I. Excuse me. Oh, not that one. This one. To make our K. N. Looks like a V with an I. So let's try that. That is not right because that's a Y. What if we were to flip that V and then add the I to it? Okay, maybe that's an N. We need just an I. And I'm going to put a different factory over here. We need an L. This is for the E. We need an L. And we need to flip the L. And we're going to combine the L with the flipped L and the dash, and that's our E, right? Oh, what the heck? There. We don't know. That's our E. And if that's our E, then our F should be just the, whoa, wait a minute. Why is there a V here? What did I do? All right, let's start. We can right click to get rid of the lines. Let's start that over. We need an I. And this goes there. Okay, that's the L. That's the flipped L. Flipped L, regular L, dash line to make our E. Okay, that's right. And then F should be the flipped L and the dash. Makes sense? I think that makes sense. Let's see. K is found. T, oops, and N. Okay, this is T. This is not what we want. Huh. Because we have that L. And we have the little crossbar. How does that make a T? Okay. How does that make a T, but in here it makes it an E? That's a very, very good question. What if what if we have to, well, now we know how to make T, but what if we have to just make the lines? It seems like pretty complicated, but more complicated than the E. But an I with 2 lines, maybe that'll make an F. In which case, see, if I'd done that first, I would have done E with 3 lines in the 4 little knife in the 4 combiner. So wow, okay. So it looks like the I factory can put out a ton of letters. So maybe 1 is enough for every knife. So we have our recipes now. We're finding letters. There are other ways to make E, another way to make a D, several other ways to make B. F has a couple. N has a couple. X has a couple ways. Well, yes, because we could do the V up and down rather than side to side. What would be the third one, I wonder? I and V. I don't know. Words we've made. Bald, eyeball. Okay, so it keeps track of that for you, and here's the little stickers. Okay, we have time for one more, I think. So let's go. That one, this one's a big one. Axolotl. We learned how to do the T. We know the D and the E. R. We don't know H. I'm going to leave some of those for you. Let's do the big one. And let's see how much this I factory will actually generate for us. So we know that if we bend it, we get a C. And if we reflect that, we get the backwards C. And if we combine those, we get an O. So that takes care of 2 of our letters. And then if we turn it, we get a dash. And if we combine it, we get an L. There's 2 more of our letters. So you can see why I said that this is automation, but not the same in the same vein as the 2 automation games that I'll post this weekend. I think I'm going to post this one today because it's relatively, I don't think they're going to need to be any editing on this one. All right, the X was create a V. And we need to flip the V for the A. The V and the dash for our A. We need to flip it for the A, but we needed to rotate it. Actually, let's see if we do learn that. If this is there, and then we flip it again. Well, I guess we don't need to flip it again if we already have the B. We just need to combine them. Bleh. And that should be our X. And then our T, we had a flipped L, right? And we added dash to it. There's our T. So the one we don't know for sure is this X, correct? Yes. So, but since we know a V on top of a V would be an X. Because last time, there it is. Last time I rotated it and then reflected it. All right, so there you are. I hope you've enjoyed this game. This is called Word Factory. It's a little bit of an older game. Let me see if I can find the information for you. It is from 23, Star Garden Games. It is $5.99 on Steam. And there's a bundle right now that includes some other games that might be an option for you. Word Factory. Make words with just the letter I. It's kind of an intriguing prospect, isn't it? Lots and lots of levels left for you to play. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. I hope to see you when we play the next game. Look for my automation game coming in next a couple of days. This is Hey Mom, Play This. I'm Kimmy Amber, and I will see you in the next one.